Hello, welcome to the tutorial for my very favorite song on planet Earth, Piano Man. And for those of you who don't remember who you purchased it from, I'm Piano Man Steve Lungrin. I call myself Piano Man Steve Lungrin, partly because I play piano, but largely because this song means so much to me, actually. I wrote a blog about it, so check my blog history and maybe you'll be able to read about it if you so desire. I won't go into it now, but suffice it to say, this song is what got me into music, and it's a staple for me in every live gig that I do, so big deal for me. I'm really excited to be teaching it, and we're going to show you a lot of fun things in this song. I'll give you the basic framework, of course, but I'm also going to show you some fun things that he does live. Okay, so I won't go into all of it right now, but we are going to definitely show you some live tricks. We're going to show you the piano solo. Okay, so basically, you know, we're going to show you a bird's eye view of the song. And there's not a lot else to say, except I'll see you in the first section. We're going to teach you the little opening that goes. So that's what we're going to learn first, and then we'll move into the rest of the song. So I'll see you there. Okay, well, we're going to look at this little... I guess it's an intro. I don't really think of it as an intro as much as just kind of a... But it is an intro in that this is when you know he's going to play that song live, is that he'll sit down and he'll usually twinkle around. He'll be like... Or, you know, he'll play something. I've heard him do the New York State of Mind intro, even. I've heard him go... But he always comes back to this. Okay? So that's what we're going to learn. Pretty simple, really. This is middle C right here. I need you to form a D minor 7 chord with that as your top note. So D with your pinky, F either with your third or fourth fingers, and then A and C. I play it like this, actually. Pinky, ring finger, index, and thumb. I do it like so. And then what you do is, again, here's middle C, the A above it. You do an A minor 7 arpeggio. A, C, E, G. And then it's a chromatic scale down, meaning every note, okay? So it's F sharp, F, E, E flat, D, C sharp. And it goes from G chromatically down to C. So I would do it like this. The fingering I would use, this is a technical thing, but you can do it how you want, but I think it'll work best if you go thumb, index, middle, 4, then 3, 2, thumb, 3, thumb, 3, thumb. So... here again, thump, thump. Then it goes to a D full diminished 7, which is D, F, A flat, and B natural. So, dum, 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 dum. Okay? And here, you're going to do a little frill, chromatic frill on B flat, B, and C, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, B flat, B, C, B flat, B, C, B flat, B. You can do that with whatever fingers you want. I use thumb, index, and middle, but and you can, that's kind of like an interpretive thing. I've heard him go, and I've heard him go on it for a minute. You know, it doesn't matter. Do it as much as you want, so. Okay, and then it's G, and then you kind of want to flick off of a G sharp onto an A. Ba-da, 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 ba-da-da. So G, ba-da, G, and then again, ba-da. And then you want to flick off an E flat onto an E, like that, then back to a G. So watch that in context. Okay, so at full speed. And again, this doesn't really follow a tempo as much as this is very much free form, so it's just. However you want to do it. You know, I've seen it, you can take longer if you want. I've seen him go. You know, and I've seen him just like clearly be ready to be done with the show for the night because he's tired and he wants to go back and have room service. He's like, so however you want to do it is fine, but there you go. Those are the notes. And that's your intro. We'll actually look at the nuts and bolts of the rest of the song starting in the next segment. Okay, well, I'm going to go a slightly bit out of sequence because the first thing you hear after the little intro we just learned is, you know, bum, da dum, da 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 dum. But that's also what you play for the verses and the chorus, basically. So I'm going to teach that in a different section. What I'm going to teach you first is this little maneuver. Because I have yet to see that notated properly anywhere. Here's what your left hand is doing. Here's middle C. I need you to find the C and G below it, like so, and I want you to put your pinky on C, your index finger on G, and it's going to be C and G, C and A, C and B. Then F, E, D, C and A, okay? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom. That's all it's doing, okay? take a look at the right hand. You make an octave C chord. C, E, G, and C. And it's going like so. It hits a C chord and it goes C, E, G, C, F chord. So chord C, E, G, C, F, C, F, C, C. So it was bum. Okay. Okay, and then it comes down on just C, G, and C. And then it's C, G, C, C. So watch this in slow motion. And then it's F, C, D minor 7, C. Okay, and when you put them together, watch it. Okay. One more time really slow here. I'll try to keep the fingers that aren't playing out of the way. Excuse me. Okay, and that's it. That's all it is. And you're going to play that several times throughout the song. So I'll see you in the next section where we're actually going to start going through that stuff, okay? See you there. Okay, in this section, I'm going to teach you the basic framework that will get you through almost the entire song, okay? You're going to be on octaves and C, and your left hand, remember we're in 3/4 time, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? In your left hand, it's just going to be C, B, A, G, F, E, D, G, C, B, A, G, F, G, C, 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 C. Okay? So it's just kind of down a scale almost. Bum, dum, 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 dum. And I'd play the D lower if I had one. I just don't. This is a 76 key keyboard and my lowest note is this E down here, so that's why I'm. But dum 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 dum. Okay? So, what does that mean? Well, then up here you're going to be playing a series of dot 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 dot. You're just chords on 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'll tell you what those chords are, and you can form them wherever you want. I'm going to show you kind of a place that makes sense for them, that doesn't get in the way of the vocal or whatever. But you can form these chords anywhere you want. And so I just start here, C, E, and G. This is an E minor over a B chord, which means B, E, and G. So an E minor chord, E minor is E, G, B with a B bass. So E minor, A minor 7th, which to me means you can play a C chord over an A bass. And then this is a C chord, not a G chord. It just happens to have a G bass. A lot of people go to a G chord there, it drives me crazy, and that sounds like this. They go. And it's not right. It's C. And then it's an F chord, which I play here usually. F. Then another C chord over an E bass. And then it's a D7, which I play C, F sharp, and A usually. Now you have a G chord, B, D, and G. Okay, but see how, the hand really doesn't move much. It just kind of stays in this general vicinity. It can be a G chord like this, but frankly what I think it is myself is I think it goes F and then like an F, kind of like a suspension, like an F chord over a G bass. So I usually play like either an F chord or an F with a G in there. See, because that creates a little bit of dissonance that needs to be resolved. So that's what I think it is. I think it's like so. C, E minor over B, C over A, C over G, F, C over E, D7, G. And that is enough right there to get you through the whole song if you don't do any frills, basically, except for the la da 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 part. I mean, it's just because that's, Billy always makes a joke about how he walks into a room where there's a piano player and the guy always launches into Piano Man, and Billy says, "Boy, you guys have no idea, this song doesn't go anywhere, So he goes, and then they're like, well, now what do I do? Oh, thank goodness, we have something else to do. Sudden it's like, oh no. I mean, the song doesn't really, he's right. I love the song, I'm not putting it down, I'm just saying it doesn't go anywhere. You've now, by going, learned about all you need to know to be able to play it. I'm going to teach you some things you can do to make it more interesting, but that's the basic building block of the song. Okay? So practice that, get it under your belt. Once you have that, the next section I'm going to teach you something equally simple for la da 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 da. Okay? And then after that, I'll go through and show you some different things that you can put in there to spice it up, okay? See you in the next section. Okay, so now we are going to look at la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Okay, that section goes to an A minor. Your bass is A, G, F sharp, F, C, B, A. Okay. F, C, B, A. Okay, so bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Now F sharp, D, E, F sharp, G. So D, E, F sharp, E, G, okay? Dum, dum, dum. From there, it's ba da da G, F, E, D. Okay, so the whole line I'm going to play. There you go. The left hand, we're on an A minor, or the right hand, I mean, we're on an A minor chord, A, C, and E. So it's chop, chop, same thing, dot, 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 dot. Okay? And you just stay right there because it's A minor over G. And this is like a D, this is technically, it's like a D9 over an F sharp bass. And then it's an F major 7. Okay, so watch this. Now, if you want to spice it up, you can actually go. You can go from an A minor to a C, and then you can go to a D7 like this, A, C, D, and F sharp if you want, F. It's up to you how you want to do it, but you're gonna get the job done just fine by hanging out right here on A minor. Finally, over here, you should move to a D7. D, E, F sharp. And then you're on a G. And it's a G, G7. So it's like G, B, and D. D7 or G7. Or even just stay right here if you want. Then it's a C chord over an E. And then it's a D minor 7, like this, A, C, D, and F. Okay? So, A minor. D7. G, G, C, D minor. Let me play that slower, okay? And by the way, when you get here, if you want to go, you don't have to play 2, you can go add a little dramatic effect, if you will, because if you do that and leave it blank, it's dun, dun, dun. Or even it adds a little bit of drama. It does not matter. You can do this how you want. So play the jocks if you want, or just don't, or play one, or whatever you want to do. But A minor, one more time slow. A minor over a G, A minor over an F sharp, A minor over an F, da, da, da. D7, G, G, C, D minor 7. And there you go. La, 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 da, da, da. There you go. That's the basic building block of that part. I will show how to spice it up in a later section. But for now, that's all we needed to know for here. Get these things under your belt. You basically have the song learned. In the next section, I'm going to go through and show you the piano solo. You know. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to own up to it, that I already had that taught as a signature tutorial on YouTube for free. The piano solo, not the whole song, and not all the frills that I'm going to teach you in the section after that. And I'm not going to refilm all of that because I've already got it taught. So if all of a sudden you're like, dude, the lighting's changed and Steve's clothes are different and all that, I'm patching that in because I've already done the work. All right? So yes, it did seem like it changed, and then all of a sudden, the next section, you're going to see this again. So just be ready for it. It's a little bit of creative editing, but the information is still all there for you. All right, I'll see you in the next section where you will learn the piano solo, and then I'm going to go through the song and show you little things that you can do to add a little, to make it interesting, basically, is the point. I'll see you there. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this piano solo. It takes place over the same chord progression that you do the la da 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 da, la la da 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 da. Okay, so we're going to be on that bass line, which is A, and what you're going to want to do is just go in octaves and go bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. Okay, and it'll just be dum da dum da dum dum da dum da dum da dum da dum. One more bum ba dum ba dum ba 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 bum. So very simple bass line with a little pace. You want the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. A G G F sharp F sharp F F A G G F sharp F sharp F F A G G F sharp D F sharp G G F F E. You know, so in a lot of ways it mirrors the la da 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 da, except you're not gonna go. You're just gonna da dum. Okay, and you go through that sequence 3 times, not twice. On the la da da's, 1 da 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 da, one more la da 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 da. On this one, you actually go through it 3 times before you have your... Okay? In the right hand, here's your middle C. You're going to start on an A right here. Now there's 2 possible ways to open this. My ear goes back and forth on whether he's doing a basic blues scale or if he is... At first glance, my ear tells me he's going like this. Okay? But it also would make sense if he was going... They're very similar, so I'm just going to show you both, and you can make up your own mind about how you want to do it. Okay, the first one is, it's just kind of, it goes like so. A, B, C, D, E, G, A, C. And you want to wrap your thumb under like that. Okay, and that's kind of staccato up here. Okay, so that's the way it looks like. That's the way my ear tells me it's happening, but that could just be from years of playing it that way. The other thing he could be doing is he could be playing a blues scale, which would be like this. A, C, D, E flat, and then from E flat to E, G, A, C. So it could be and frankly, he uses the A blues scale all the way through the rest of the solo, so that's probably what he's doing, but I listened to this song probably, I don't know, 20 times last night just to try and clarify that for myself, and I still hear it here. But it just makes more sense that he's doing it here. So again, I'll let you be the judge. You can do it however you want, but the beginning of the lick is either here or it's here. The rest of the solo will not, I won't have 2 versions of it. It's just one of those 2 openers. So you pick one. I'm going to use the that one for the rest, but you can substitute this little A, C, D, E flat, E. And remember, if you do that, you want to play thumb, index, middle, ring, wrap your thumb under here. Okay, so it's a little bit different hand mechanics. All right. So anyway, in your right hand, you get through this little segment. From here, it's bump G, E. Okay. Now it's F sharp, A, and then octave Ds. Okay. So it looks like that so far. Underneath here, watch your right hand is going. Okay, now you play here, C and A together. Okay? Bum. Excuse me. Okay? It's these two followed by then this G sharp. Bump, ba, jump, G sharp, G, E, D, C. If you want to, you can actually play these two and these two together, so it can be like, or it can just be, it really doesn't matter, but it's like that. I'd say 50% of the time my muscle memory goes, and sometimes the other 50% of the time I just go. Okay, so far we've gone again. Okay. Okay, now from here we go to an E, and it looks like so. You just go E, G, G sharp, A, C. Bottom, bottom, bump. Now you could do it like this if you wanted to. You could go thumb, index, third, fourth, C. I tend to actually just kind of slide off of it. I have no idea whether that's good technique or not. I don't care. That's how I play it. You need to pick a fingering that works well for you. So I tend to do that, but you could go as well. It's really up to you, but it's E, G, G sharp, A, C, and then we already learned how to do this. Okay, ba 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 da. So you play your two, your A and C, G sharp, G, E, D, C. So there's another thing you can do. As much as you want, you can actually play this C in tandem with notes in that run. So watch. See? You can do that if you want to, if it doesn't cause you problems, but you can also just go That's supposed to be the simple way. But you can go. Okay. From here, you simply play a D chord, an octave D chord. Right there, D, F sharp, A, and D. And it's bum, thumb, the rest of the chord. And then you play an F chord here. And do the same thing. Bum, bum. So watch that in context. We've gone. Again. Now when you get to these octave Ds, if you want to, you can play an A with them. It fills it up a little bit. Technically, if you wanted to, you could play a full D chord. I think that sounds a little bit cheesy when you throw the third in there, because we're trying to have kind of a minor bluesy thing here, and you play this major chord. I would keep it to either just the Ds, or I would throw an A in there and have the 1-5 sound, but I'd leave the F sharp out of there. But you can go. Yeah, let me play it slower. Time. Okay, and then from here you start on C and you go C, E flat, E, G. It's ba-da, 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 ba. So C, E flat, E, G, G sharp, A, C. And I would go like this. I'd go thumb, index, ba-da, bum. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Now it could just be C by itself, or you can come down on a C and A together, so like that. Does that look familiar? Bada bum, bada bum. Just like we've done A flat and C together, bada bum. Down to G, bada bum, to an E. So and then you come down to F sharps with that A being played there as well, and it's ba, bum, bum, ba, bum, bum. E with a G in there, E's with a G. Down to a D with an F sharp. So it's ba-da, 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 ba, ba-da, ba, 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 ba. So you've gone ba, ba, ba. And then you just play a D7 chord. You can play, I would like to see octave C's and then an F sharp and an A in there myself. So watch that in context at a tempo. I won't play it at full tempo, but I'll play it in a consistent tempo. Okay, again. Come down finally, it's on a G chord. I play octaves, which is octave chords, B's with a D and a G in the middle, bum. Excuse me, bum. Now it's a D7 or a G7 actually with a D chord there, so it's D, F, B, and D over an F bass. C over an E bass, so E, G, C, and E. And then a D minor. So F, A, D, and F. So sorry about that. if you want to add a little pace and have some fun, what you do is you go. It's 1, 2, bum, bum. Just use your thumb. You don't have to play the whole chord, but bum, 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 bum. Because what that does is you play your left hand and your right hand come down on the count of 1. 1. Then your thumb on your right hand goes 1, 2, 3. Because your left hand is going dum, da, dum. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? So you end up having something on all 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, 1. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See what it does to the sound? It's very subtle, but it really changes things up from. Those are the little things that I do that create a fuller sound that have people scratching their head, and they're not difficult. It's just little things like toggle your thumb. So let's look at the whole solo from beginning to end. I'll play it through the entirety a couple of times, kind of in slow motion. Do it once at full speed, and then we're out of here on this section. So. Even slower. One more. I'm going to go through it one time in slow motion with the alternate opening there that we talked about. Okay, so you be the judge on which one of those to use, but at full speed, she comes off like this. Excuse me. Sing us the song, you're the piano man. Okay, see you in the next section where I'm going to show you how to spice up the verses a little bit. Okay, well now we're going to learn some fills and things that take place in the song. First and foremost, we've gone dum. Well, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shovels in. Now, what we want to do, he goes, right? Well, what is that? On your D in your left hand, in your right hand, you're going to play A and E together like so. Bum. And then come to F sharp and A. Like that. Dum, dum. And on G, then you come up here to A and D together like so. A and D. Toggle onto a B. Like that. Da-da. And then it's D and G together with your thumb and pinky. So it's like this, slow. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shovels in. And there's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. Okay, now another thing that you can do, this is a small thing, but it adds, as you know, if you've taken my lessons, you know that I'm what I call a pace slut. I want pace. I want to create more pace. I don't want more notes so much as I want the song to have a better flow and to move. And one of the things that you can do, and it's a very simple thing, is rather than just go one, dun, 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 actually go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. See? You don't have to do it on every note sometimes, but when you're doing a fill like that, it actually fills in a lot of empty space. So you could be going like this. You do the 1, 1, 1. So it's a 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shovels in. See how just when I went to the, I went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and because I wasn't going chuck, 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 it really, really, really changed. You know, it made it continue to move along. So. See? Okay, so that's one little piece of advice, is that whenever you're doing a fill, go to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That'll really help fill the space up. Now, at other times in the song, that's the first time. The only time that on the recording or live, usually, that you'll hear is the regular crowd shuffles in. The rest of the song, he tends to do a variation of that, although you could do it however you want. Sometimes I'll do that more than once because I like the sound of it. But here are the other variations. He'll go da 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 na 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 na, and it's. So what it is the same thing here. No, remember how we went? Well, now we're just going da dun dun. Remember up here we went. We're just doing that down here as well. So A and E together like that, E and A rather. then D and A. Ba-dum-dum, da-dum-dum. So, you know, Paul, how does it go? What, John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke, okay? Now I'm going to take it one step farther that he tends to do live, and that is to actually go like so. Okay, that's not much more difficult. You start out like this, and it's just da-da-e-da. It doesn't matter how you want to do it. It can be like that. You can come down on those two again and then just toggle onto D, or it can be like that. E by itself and then these two together, or it can be these two together and then D by itself. It doesn't matter, but it's... And if it's really freaking you out, just go... But anyway, so it's just... And we've already done... So that's part of all of them. So whether you're going or you know, it doesn't matter. They're all pretty similar, but they all start here and then end with this. So pretty cool stuff. Throw them in however and whenever you want. It's really your call. Music is an interpretive art. I highly doubt that Billy plays it exactly the same every single time. So there's some pretty important fills. Practice those. And then the next section, I'm going to show you how to transition from, if you'll notice in the verses, he always has a little transition between singing low and then singing high, because the verses are the same except for an octave jump in the melody. So I'm going to show you how to transition into those, and I'll see you there. Alright, so what I promised for this section was the little spots where it's like making love to his tonic and gin. And then he comes in, he says, son, can you play me a memory? See what I'm saying? It's that spot in between the singing low and the singing high, okay? Now, on the original recording, it's pretty similar. He just is going C, then F, F. Over a C bass. 1, 2. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet. Okay, now in concert, oh, I'll tell you what, even in the recording, as you get later in the song, he'll even go, okay, and that's something that we can learn real quick. It's in the left hand, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bum, dum, 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 okay, and here we're going to take this C chord and we play the chord followed by C, E, G, C, and so chord, da-da-dun, chord, da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun, followed by, then you go to an F chord and it's chord, da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun. Okay. That's pretty simple. But what I want to show you how to do is in the live circuit, he'll tend to go. Okay? So what are we talking about here? We play a C chord, like so, and then we start arpeggiating up from an E, okay, in a C chord. So we go, okay? So, bum, 1, 2, 3, 4 chord. Okay, so 1 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4 chord, then we've moved to F, see? Chord, and then it's arpeggiate up from here. 1, 2, 3, 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. So watch that whole cycle. I'll play it slow. Okay, again, slow. Oops. Okay, so he'll tend to do that on the first verse when he's ready to jump up and say, he says, son, can you play me a memory? Okay, then he does a variation of it usually on the subsequent verses, where it's like this. So what are we doing there? We still play the chord, and then we still jump right here and start arpeggiating up. Okay, so what are we doing? We're going one, bum, ba da 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 da. I usually play that chord there. 1. And then it's ba da 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 ba, and then it's like an F chord, and it just goes ba da ba da ba da, and you're right into your arpeggio. Ba da 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 da. You know, just you want to be kind of going, just continuing that cycle. So watch it slow. I'll play it all the way through. Sorry about that. See how that's going? See how your pinky and your thumb are kind of going, toggling back and forth a little bit? Bottom, ba-da, da-da, da-da, ba-da, 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 da, ba-da, 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 da-da. Okay, part of my problem is I'm doing that contortionist thing where I try to play with some fingers out of the way, so I'm going to quit doing that so I can play the notes right. That's the tricky thing here is Okay, so that's kind of his little thing. So the first time through, you'll go, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play? But then the second time, there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe. Okay, so that's his little trick for going into the next. Okay, now I want to show you something that he does when he's playing live. This is kind of an approximation because this is one of those things he never does exactly the same way twice. I've got every video, whole bunch of bootleg audio live recordings. I've seen him in concert 9 or 10 times. I mean, I've never seen this done exactly the same way, but I'm going to give you kind of an approximation, and then maybe you'll be able to use your own creativity with it on top of that. When he gets past, say, the first chorus, when he jumps up to the high part of a verse, he'll go, and then it'll be something like this. Okay? And that's when he's singing something like, he says, Bill, I believe, he says, Bill, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. Okay? That kind of thing. And the waitress is practicing politics. I'll show you what he does, what he tends to do on the last verse next. But so let me just show you this little thing. We've come out of our little and what you do, it's a little pattern up here that goes like this. It's octave C's and it involves a G, okay? So it's C, C. And it's just ba da 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1. Okay, that's all it is. So that's the only thing that you change, is that it's ba da 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 da. So C, B, and when you hit the F, you hit the F down here in your left hand, you're going to temporarily switch from 2. Then you're right back to the G. Okay, so again, watch this in slow motion. It's just like you would be doing down here, except you're up an octave. And instead of coming up there, bottom bum. So exactly the same thing as what we learned down here, where you go. It's just that you're up an octave, and then you go down instead of up. Ba da ba da ba da ba. Okay, so watch that again. Okay, the second part of this is pretty simple. What you do is it's C and G or D and G together like that, and you toggle onto E, so it's bottom ba bottom, bottom. So these two together to E, then back to these two together to C. Ba-dum-da-da-da, that's the whole riff. Ba-dum-da-dum-da-dum. 2 1 2 1 2 1. By 2 fingers to 1 finger. And you just repeat that, so it's okay. Bottom. Now when you hit the G in the bass line here, you jump down and do the same riff here. Bottom, bottom, bottom. See, but you're using an E, not an F there, because this is a C chord, so it's and then you're here, because it's an F bass, so bottom, bottom. And then it's an F over G, so okay, bottom, bottom, bum, bum. And our transition here is to go bottom, bottom, bottom. Watch that again. Okay, so watch this whole line and see in context. Excuse me, I just forgot to jump down, okay? Okay, so one final. 1 2 3, la 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 da da da, or the solo. So let me get through that. I'm gonna play the whole leading into the. We'll do that a few times the whole way through, slow, and it looks like this. Coming into it. Again. Even slower. sorry about that. And one last time, and then I'll do it at full speed, and then we'll move on. And at full speed, she goes. Oops. I played that a little sloppy, so I'm going to do it one more time for my own ego. Okay, so there you go. And okay, and now I want to show you something that he tends to do on the final verse when he's singing high. He'll come up, dun, 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 dun. Okay, so it'll be, he'll do the little bum, ba da 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 da, and then it'll be like this. He'll go. So it's like F. I just play F, F, and A, bum, bum, like that. Okay. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. And then he comes up, and while he's going, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival. He forms a C chord like this. It's an octave chord on E's, E, G, C, and E, and he kind of goes, just kind of moves his hand back and forth like that, and it's like this. Excuse me. Okay, bum. Okay, so what he does is he's on here and he toggles on this C chord. Then he goes to a G chord with D, G, B, and D. And then he goes to an A minor, which is C, E, A, and C. And he holds it. And then he goes to an F, and then a C, and then it's same thing we did down here, just an octave higher. Bada bum, bada bum. So that's that bum. So he says, but the manager, he gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. The piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La la da da da, la la da 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 da. Okay, so that's basically the whole song, and I'm going to do a wrap up in the next section where I actually We'll walk you through, all the sections of the song so you can see them stuck together, and then how to end it, and we'll be done. So I'll see you in the next segment. Okay, we're in the wrap-up here. We start out, obviously, with this little guy. And then it's... It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd, Okay? And then another round of this, because we have a harmonica thing. He says, "Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes." La la da da da, la la da 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 da. Okay, sing us the song, you're the piano man. Pretty repetitive, this song. They're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling alright. John at the bar is a friend of mine. Gets me my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke or the light of your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, "Steve, I believe this is killing me." To another verse. Paul's a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife, and he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy, and he probably will be for life. Then a harmonica thing. Okay. At any time, if you want to spice it up, by the way, when you sing high, you can just jump an octave with your right hand. And adds good drama when you go. And here we go. Sing us the song, you're the piano man. I love this song, but playing it like this is boring me. would be a good time to jump an octave with your right hand on the final sing us the song, you piano man. Sing us the song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Final harmonica. Retards here, it starts to slow. And then it's just, you go to octave Fs and it's F, C over E, D minor 7. And if you want, I would stagger it, I'd kind of arpeggio. Bum, bum, bum. And a little trick I teach in my ballad pack actually is that you can take the added ninth, in this case a D, and arpeggiate like this through the chord. Only fast, and it's like this. There you go. That's Piano Man. Thank you so much. I do love this song. I'm sorry. I know it seems a little bit, sitting through it without any words or anything like that. I have to be careful if I sing it all the way through on one of these tutorials like that. It's kind of a violation of copyright. So I try not to do that. But that gives you some of the tools that he uses live, and gives you a pretty good transcription of the solos and all that good stuff. It's a fun song to perform. It's great to have people sing along with you and all that, and I just love that song. And sometime soon, by the time you are watching this, I might already have it up, but there will be a free tutorial on my website on how to play the harmonica part in case you want to get a harness and try to play that while you do your... So, anyway, please visit my website and keep an eye out for that. I so appreciate your business. I appreciate the efforts that you're making to improve your life. And this is just nothing but a whole bunch of fun for me. When I was 12 years old and I started playing this song, I had no idea the impact it was going to have on my life. But it put me on a trajectory that made me who I am today. And it's a real pleasure to be passing on what I learned all those years ago and what I've learned since. So thank you so much. I so appreciate it. Remember the one rule I live my life by: if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And I'll see you on the next one, gang. Piano Man Steve signing out. Later.